What's going on, everybody? I'm Brent.
This is PJ.
And this is the Home Video Hustle.
Hustle.
Now, if you watched the YouTube video last week, thank you.
Thank you.
And you saw that PJ picked out Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yes.
And you also saw that I got real hype because I said Ice-T movie, and I love Ice-T movies.
Yes.
And I'm sure PJ will agree with me right off the bat that Ice-T was the best part of this movie.
Yes, he was. Ice-T in classic form.
Just, oh man, it's the best, man. Like, legit, like the only bad, well, never mind, I won't say that because I don't want to spoil the movie. Some people might want to, go through it down the line. I'll just say it's a shame that he won't be in the sequel.
There you go. There you go.
Now, this is from the year 2000. Hour and 30 minutes. Perfect for this type of movie.
Yes.
Directed by Rob Spira, starring Warwick Davis, Ice-T, Anthony Montgomery, Rashawn Nall, Red Grant.
Red Grant, that's his name. The funny guy. Cat Williams.
He's like a comedian, right? Okay, because I recognize the name in the face, but I'm like, I don't know where I know him from. Okay. I'm glad you said that because that was killing me a little bit. I'm like, where do I know this dude from?
Yes. I thought I put that on silence. There it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had never seen any of the Leprechaun movies, right?
No, I have not.
Not even the hood ones, huh?
Not even the hood ones.
See, if you watch a lot of BET, they used to play this movie a lot, man. That's how I first saw this movie. I was just scrolling through channels on BET because I had seen the previous Leprechaun movies, but then I hadn't seen this one, though, somehow. Yeah. So I just sat and watched it, but of course it's not the same because it's fucking edited on TV.
Of course.
So
see, I think I've seen the Back to the Hood.
Oh, the second one? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one.
That's the crazy thing about it is that do you know why they made Leprechaun in the Hood? Like, do you know anything about that?
Is it because it's Tales from the Crypt?
No, take a while. Just give me your wildest guess, like why they would make the Leprechaun go to the hood.
Don't say Lucky Charms.
What?
I don't know. Why would they make the Leprechaun go to the hood?
I'll put it like this: the first three movies. The first two, I think he's just wherever. The third one, I think, he was in Las Vegas. The fourth one, he was in space. This one's he's in the hood. You got any idea why they put him there?
Sorry for being so blunt, because there were no niggas in the other one. Is that? I can't. That's the only reason I can think of. They were in space. You don't find black people in space.
Man, you know what?
Las Vegas. That's
you know
not
what
really...
though. You hadn't seen it yet, but there is a black guy in the space one.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Miguel Munez, where the fuck his name is, Nunez, the guy that played Joanna Man.
Oh,
I think it's him in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So they had one. And I don't remember, but I'm sure he died. But nah, I heard this somewhere. I forget where now though, but I guess they did like a poll or some kind of like just went around a census kind of to see who the fuck were watching these movies, because these movies were never really big in the movie theater. They got big on video. So they're like, all right, well, for the next one we want to do, let's find out our demographic. And guess who the fuck was watching Leprechaun movies? Apparently,
Black people.
We were, I guess. And I guess I can't say shit because I watched all four of the other ones. So I was a part of the reason why this shit happened. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, because when this came out, I was like 9, so I wasn't watching them then. But,
yeah. See, the Back to the Hood too. That's why I think I watched that one, because I didn't start watching BET until I was like older. Like, nothing against it. I just didn't really have an interest in it, I guess.
I still kind of don't.
Yeah, it's kind of whack still now.
I think the last thing I would watch on BET was like 106 in Park, like the OG.
Yeah.
Or Rap City. Yeah, what the hell am I talking about? The basement. That's right. Big Tigger. That's right.
Yeah.
So this is around that time, too.
Good times.
But yeah, it's like I said, it never did good at the theater. So since they was like, okay, it do good on video, check. It do good in the hood, check. Direct to video, Leprechaun in the hood, bam.
Got it.
Sell that shit.
What did it gross? Did they have?
I don't think they probably have a tally for it since it went straight to video.
See.
Give me 1 second though.
Okay.
Yeah, there ain't no numbers for it since it went straight to video. But the thing is, it sold well because there's a fucking sequel though. So
there it goes. Yeah,
it at least sold enough for a sequel.
Right.
Well. So that's why Leprechaun has gone to the hood. And for space, I don't know the exact reason, but once everybody get to a certain point, they just go to fucking space.
Yeah.
Jason went to fucking space.
Yeah.
Pinhead went to space. I'm sure eventually Leatherface will eventually end up in space.
It's the thing.
Psycho 5 in space. I would watch the hell out of that though.
Oh, shit. It's like after you conquer the Earth, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, I done killed everybody on Earth. I'm gonna go to space.
Just take our talent.
I tell you what though, on some real shit. Now that I mentioned it, we gotta watch Jason X on this show one day. Jason in
I've
space.
never seen that whole thing.
We gotta watch
Only
it. That
seen
shit is
decent
the
clips,
best.
okay.
You know, I'm gonna find a bunch of space horror movies. That's gonna be the whole bag one day.
Okay.
I gotta get a copy of Leprechaun 4 again.
That'll work.
But yes, before we go any further, I will say we won't say what we think of the movie yet. But I went to see what other people thought of the movie. Went to Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
33% out of 100.
Wow.
Went to IMDb. 3.7 out of 10.
Damn.
Not very well loved, I guess,
No.
outside the hood.
Damn.
So that's the general consensus. But see, now they'll find out what two hood dudes think about it.
See, we're different.
I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I would say it.
We had one M-bomb already.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's exactly what I was about to say. Okay.
Moving on. All right.
Yes. If they were to read this and pick this up in the store, what would they see and what would the synopsis be?
Well, first of all, they would see a dark cover with lettering on the back that you can barely fucking read.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
And the CD, the DVD.
And as you saw in the video, this looked like some old bootleg ass shit that somebody just printed like on a street corner in the fucking hood. Because you might, if you've been down the way, you might see the guy sometime on the corner in the summertime. He got all the CDs for you and the DVDs.
$5.
Hey, nah, it ain't even $5. It's $2 for $5, pimpin'.
2 for $5, 3 for $10.
Yeah.
Check out that hustle right there.
You want this T-shirt? You want some Gordons? You want some?
right.
You ain't got Jordans, but we got these Mitchell Gordons, son. Oh, my childhood. But if you were to pick up the back of this box, it would say, "He's back and meaner than ever." After a long and I almost fucked up already. I thought it said something else. God. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Gordon had me fucked up. All right. After a long and golden dormancy, the Leprechaun is brought back to life by 3 bungling rap artists looking to launch their music career. Fuck, I dropped these. Oh, this is off to a rocking good start. When Butch, Postmaster P, and Stray Bullet loot the local hip-hop mogul studio to fund their demo album, the threesome unwittingly end up with the secret of Mac Daddy's success, a magical flute. Their gigs instantly turn golden, but a bloodthirsty Leprechaun and an angry Mac Daddy are hot on their trail, leaving a wake of destruction tainted by politically incorrect limericks. Are there any other kind?
Yeah, right? Well, now that that's what the back of the case says.
Now, who's the lucky one that gets to start talking about this movie? Me or you? You want to go or am I going?
You can go because it starts in your fashion.
What's that mean? You go and talk about this bullshit. You like bullshit movies. All right. Well, first it starts off with like the Leprechaun voiceover, I guess. I don't remember what the fuck he said.
Yeah.
This is like death to he who sets a leprechaun free.
There you go. The limericks.
Yeah,
as
the
have.
politically incorrect limericks, that's right.
Yes. Had a chain of those going on.
So that happens. And then you see Ice-T pops up into frame, but it's supposed to be in the 70s, so he got this big fake ass afro on his head. It's him and some other cat, and they're like, I think it was like one of the subways.
It's a train station, yep.
Train station or something. They're like underground a little bit, and they're like, I guess they had a map or something they got from somebody, and they're like, we gonna find some gold. And the cats is in there, they're like, oh man, you know this ain't gonna lead us nowhere. You bought a bullshit ass map, and I think he smacked dude upside the head. Yeah, he gets mad at dude, and he like grabs him and he flings him toward the wall. That's right. I was trying to think like, how the fuck did they break the wall? The Leprechaun is there like frozen in like stone or something like that with a necklace around his neck. And
like a
big
gargoyle.
ass, and they got a big ass pot of gold in front of him, so they all hype as fuck. They like, yeah, we about to get rich. I think Ice-T, he goes for the necklace first, right? So when you take the necklace off of him, it awakens the Leprechaun. Death to he who sets a Leprechaun free. And the other cat is trying to get the big pot of gold. And I think Ice-T steps off or something. So when the Leprechaun comes alive, the other guy is sitting there looking at the Leprechaun like, what the fuck is this? I did hear something too. I took the most notes for this movie than I have any other movie we've done so far.
Really?
And the reason for that is because there's so many quotable lines in this movie, at least to me. So there's almost probably a whole page of just quotes in this fucking thing.
The politically incorrect limericks.
Because I think it's Ice-T when they walk in, they see the Leprechaun statue thing. I think Ice-T looks, you little midget Midas motherfucker. So yeah, they jack a flute off of him, they jack his necklace. The Leprechaun comes alive, and the guy, he has an afro too, and then he has a pick in there. The fucking Leprechaun takes the pick and stabs dude in the throat with it.
Yeah.
And this is not a metal pick either, this is a fucking plastic pick. So this is a strong little bastard to be able to jam that through somebody's neck, I think.
Right.
So Ice-T's like, oh shit. He pulls out the burner, and okay, this is some goofy shit. I remember this now. Pulls out a gun. Leprechaun has no magic power, so he makes it like get real hot and shit. So like on the movie, it turns red. He drops it, and then he reaches inside his afro and he pulls out a knife. And the Leprechaun uses the fucking force like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now PJ knows what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
uses the force, flings it out his hand, and then I'm not even bullshitting. This motherfucker's afro it's a good sized afro. But it is not big enough to hide a fucking baseball bat inside of. He pulls a baseball bat out his afro.
Oh.
And what the
Got
fuck?
the hiccups.
Oh hell.
Yep.
Every time you drink some water, you get hiccups.
No, I think it's just when the good movies come. Like when I know it's a good review, like it's the
PJ just gave away his review, I think. You good?
Yep.
All right. What happened after the baseball bat thing?
After the baseball, so how does the medallion get back on him? I don't remember that.
I think they got into like they got into a I don't know, some kind of tussle or something. The necklace ends up flying out of Ice-T's hand and it goes up in the air. And then I don't know if Ice-T used the force or not, but it landed back on the Leprechaun's neck and it froze him back in stone.
Yes, it did.
And Ice-T was all hype. Took all the gold and he took the Leprechaun. He took all that shit, even like Leprechaun included. And then I guess over the years he went off. Oh, because this flute is the main like thing in this story, like the MacGuffin, I guess you call it. Because you play it and people are just enamored with it for some reason.
Yes.
So he goes and launches a fucking hip hop like record label, and he puts the flute on all his songs so people love it. So he ends up getting rich off of that shit.
That starts over the years. So fast forward.
And I gotta say, I'm sorry, real quick, because I wrote it down. The whole time that the Ice-T Leprechaun shit's happening, they got this super rip-off, almost copyright infringing Shaft music in the background. It made me laugh hard when I heard that.
They had to keep the theme of the 70s alive, you know.
Now that's how you know it was a 70s year Shaft in the background.
Okay, so
after that you cut to, I guess it probably would be 2000. I'm sure it takes place now.
Yeah.
Or
I was about to say late 90s, yeah.
Because that's the crazy thing is, okay, if you're a hip hop fan, you know, in the early 2000s, that was when the South was really starting to get bigger. You know, Cash Money Records and, you know, No Limit, Master P and them, they were kind of doing their thing. But these guys are rapping in like a early 90s kind of East Coast style with like, you know, West Coast like gangster shit kind of mixed in with. So the sound that they were kind of rapping with wasn't really, you know, in the mainstream at the time. So it's kind of understandable, I guess, why nobody was really fucking with them, because it's not with the style everybody's with at the moment.
This is true.
Because when it cuts to them, they're on stage doing an audition and they're rapping. I guess the guy Butch is Postmaster P, Butch, and Straight Bullet. Postmaster P is like the leader. Straight Bullet's kind of like the little crazy motherfucker, I guess you would call him, because he kind of just don't give a fuck. Butch is their DJ. And Butch also is like a pyromaniac, I guess, because he's like making bombs and shit all the time. Supposed to be smart, I guess.
Smart guy, the smart guy of the group.
So while they're rapping, he's up there playing with some kind of bomb or something. He ends up like blowing the fucking stage up. And like Postmaster P and Straight Bullet like fly off the stage. And I'm not even mad at the dude. The dude that they're auditioning for tells him to get the fuck out. Like, y'all just blew my stage up.
Right.
And I ain't even mad at him for that. He come in here, he just blowing shit up.
Like, this is an audition. What the hell are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
This ain't WWE, motherfucker. We don't need pyro. Well, actually, WWE don't even got pyro no more.
Oh, they did at one time.
Oh, man, if you watch old WWE, like Raw's War or SmackDown, man, they had like a whole minute of pyro shooting off in the beginning.
The golden days.
I was about to say the good old days when wrestling was. Well, I can't. Never mind. I ain't gonna get in. That's a whole different podcast.
That's a whole
different day.
Yeah. So.
you know what come next? You wanna take over?
Yeah, they blow up They blow off the stage. What happens? Oh, they cut to them being mad. They're walking down a back alley. You know, they're mad because you know they have to basically their goal right now.
They're trying
in the
to get
movie
to
is
Vegas.
to get to Vegas. So they have to keep on doing these little performances in order to get, you know, the yeses in order to get to Vegas. So they're trying to find out ways.
It's like Hood American Idol.
Right. They're finding out ways, you know, how to do this, but you know, with their equipment blown up, they got to find a way to get some money. So their genius plan
He's like, I get new equipment
is to go to the pawn shop and to pawn a quote unquote memorabilia guitar from
supposedly signed by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix, that's him. So the first guy they go to, you know, of course it doesn't go over well. The guys, you know, they talk back and forth, the banter, and he's like,
it's one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
They almost had him until he was like, didn't Jimi Hendrix die in 70? And they were telling him
they kept talking about he signed this in 1971. He's like, wait, didn't he die in 70?
Yep, and there goes that one. And then next pawn shop.
Hold on, before you go on though, because remember, man, for like this motherfucker just blazed all three of them like back to back.
Oh, what does Postman P stand for?
He was bombing them because he was like Postmaster P. He was like, what type of bullshit is that?
He was like, positive something.
He's like, it's Postmaster P because I'm delivering positivity. He's like, man, you sound like a bitch or something. He fucking dude. I think he called him a pussy or something.
Shit. No, he said, "Oh boy, haven't got pussy." That was the running joke about Butch.
That's right.
That he hadn't got pussy yet.
Yeah, because
that was the running joke.
I think he called Postmaster P a bitch. Straight bullet. I think didn't he say something about his mama or something?
I don't know.
I think he said something. I think he called his mama a hoe basically.
Yeah, he did.
And then when he got to Butch, he just looked at him. He's like, man, have you got any pussy yet?
Yeah.
And like P said, that's a running joke throughout the whole movie.
Poor guy.
I know, right? So yeah, they get blazed by the pawn shop owner. So then they go to see Mr. Chow. You know, it's like a little shop, and they go in there and try and hawk it on him. And then they give him the same little spiel. But then he's like, 71? Didn't Jimi Hendrix die in 70?
Yeah.
He's like, everybody knows that. Don't come here trying to bullshit me.
Oh man. So
he's a hip and hop your black ass home.
Right.
That's another quote I had to write down.
Shit. So upon leaving that store, they wind up running into Ice-T
or Mac Daddy as he is in this movie.
Daddy.
But it's fucking Ice-T. I just wrote Ice-T in my notes.
Yeah, like you can't help but say Ice-T.
Ice-T can't help but be Ice-T. If you've seen fucking Law and Order Special Victims Unit, that's fucking Ice-T.
Yeah, I still call him Ice-T. I don't know if his name on that shit is Ice-T.
I have no idea what his name is. It's always just any movie.
It's kind of like
in.
Ice Cube. Like you don't know his name.
It's always Cube though.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we run into
LL Cool J too.
Yeah, LL Cool J too. Yeah, no matter what.
Anything you in, it's always just LL Cool J.
That's good though. Your reputation precedes you. So yeah, they run into Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
And he's over there. I don't know what exactly he was doing, but
it looked like he was picking up some hoes for real, because they was like in a back alley, and I swear it was like a chick walking around.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if that was because they got in the car.
Because remember, that's when they was what the fuck was the joke they said? Oh fuck, I don't know, but it was basically saying they were saying that he used to be a pimp or something. And they was talking about he used to get a lot of ass or something, but there was a name they called him, and I fucking wish I could remember now. Damn, because I laughed at.
Damn.
Oh,
damn! I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah. You don't remember either?
No. Damn.
Damn it, man.
Yeah. Well, he was a pimp turned musician, as they found out, and he basically told him to come back to the crib. They gave him the demo and whatnot while they were in the alley, and
they didn't give it to him in the alley.
Well,
they went back with him to his spot and they played the demo there.
Yeah, your boy, what's his name? The gangster guy out the group,
Straight Bullet
was basically had a little sales pitch. Told him we're rappers and everything, and he basically was like, get in the car, we'll go back to the crib, and we'll hear what you got. So we make it back to the crib or to the house. He's playing his music and everything. He's basically like, your shit is whack. Nobody's doing this type of music. Positivity is whack. You need to talk about the hoes. You need to talk about the money.
Okay, I think I remember. I'm trying to remember the exact line because I wish I wrote this. It was so many to write down back to back. I couldn't write them all down in time. But he basically lays it because like you said earlier, Postmaster P delivers positivity. So they're kind of like on some like I don't know, like if old hip hop like De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Diggable Planets, the whole Native Tongue crew, that type of hip hop. And they played it, and he was like, I think he said somebody's like, it's not the wackest shit I ever heard. It's not that bad. But he was like, on this label, he's like, motherfucker, we talk about Uzis. We talk about killing your homeboy. We talk about gangster shit. So he's like, if y'all want to get on this label, you got to talk about that. And then Postmaster P was like, but yo, we don't do that. We talk about positivity. You know, we don't want to talk about all the gangster shit.
Right. Cue phone call. He gets a phone call. So, Mac Daddy is on the phone. And Straight Bullet
is trying to talk to his man. It's like, yo, you gonna fuck our deal up, man.
Right.
Postmaster like, man, nah, that ain't what we do. You know, that's like selling out and shit. We can't do that.
So he gets off the phone and he's basically like, what's your decision? And he's like, that's not us. We can't. So he tells him, get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you wasting my time. Get the fuck out of here.
And he's like, we can still work something out, but he's not hearing it. And they leave. They rock. So
Straight Bullet actually tried to step to Ice-T too. I think his boys grabbed him up and kicked their ass out.
Right.
Oh, you know why? That's right. He tried to step to him because, I don't know. Either this was a running joke or I just confused two different scenes. But I know for sure now, maybe it wasn't the pawn shop guy, but I know for sure Ice-T starts dissing that motherfucker's mama because he said something about go on home to your mama before I pimp smack her like I used to, or some shit like that. And that's what Straight Bullet tried to step to him like, motherfucker, what?
Yeah.
So then they get kicked out. So then their next thing is like, all right, well, we gonna rob that motherfucker. We gonna just rob him, sell his shit, and then we gonna have the money to go to Vegas.
Postman P, of course.
Postmaster
P, yeah. He's, of course, not with the shits. He's all about the positivity. Like, are y'all sure you want to do this? Like, this goes against everything we talk about in our songs. But, they're like Butch and Straight Bullet, however. Are just like, come on, man. Like,
they just want to do their thing. So they don't give a fuck.
Like, damn, we got everything we need. They got the gold. We can at least get the gold, use that to get some equipment. Then we're at least back where we were originally. We can get some equipment and start from there. So yeah, the plan comes up. Straight Bullet and Butch are all in the plan to meet at some park at 6:00. And lo and behold, Postmaster P shows up.
Yep.
And they are off to rob Mac Daddy.
They wait until night and they bust up in his crib. They actually are grabbing stuff. They find a bunch of the gold from the Leprechaun. And then they see the flute, I think.
Yeah.
So they grab the flute. But I think that's when fucking Mac Daddy actually comes back.
Yeah.
And so he like, what the fuck y'all doing in here? Postmaster P points the gun at him. There was like a glass case. I think that was actually where the flute was, in a glass case. And Butch is setting up like fucking C4 or something on the side of the thing.
That's the Leprechaun was in the glass case.
Okay, so yeah, he blew that up, but then when they exploded, I guess Postmaster P like twitched her, got shook. So he shot Mac Daddy in the chest. So then they're all like, oh shit, we need to go. We done murked somebody now. So they grabbed the necklace off of the Leprechaun, and that motherfucker comes alive. And he says, whatever the little limerick is, he says. And then they unload on that motherfucker. Like, the Leprechaun gets chopped the fuck up.
Arms fly off, hands fly off. Just, yeah.
Like on some RoboCop shit. They shot that motherfucker so much his arm flew off.
Yeah, so they hurry up, bang the fuck out of there. And
you find out that Mac Daddy didn't die because I don't know what exactly it was he pulled out his pocket. Was it like a chain or
I thought so, a
medallion or something? Okay, so something like that actually stopped the bullet. So he gives it a little kiss. And he rolls over, and that's when he sees Leprechaun is like free. So he's like, oh hell no, he gets the fuck out of there. So he I guess it was like a club or bar or something. Mac Daddy runs to the club, and he's like on the phone like, yo, we need guns. He said, I need all the guns. He's like, I want ugly shit, like big shit, like bring all that. And then he gets off the phone and goes into the bathroom, and he's like wigging out. So he like pulls out a little blunt or something. And he taking a hit of it, and then the Leprechaun pops up. And it's like smelling the weed, and it's like, yo, what is that?
Nice aroma.
Yeah, I think that is what he said too. So Mac Daddy just like handed it to him, like, here you go. Leprechaun took like 2-3 hits of that motherfucker.
Yep.
Then he was like, what's the line? I wrote the line down. A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
Damn right.
Is that true, P?
That is, no, not nowadays, because people be lacing shit. Ain't got time for it.
Okay, since I don't know much about it, I'll ask you. Is it true that motherfuckers like put crack in that shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard that where they be, because I remember somebody talking about if you smoking that and that shit start sparking or something.
Or that might be a seed. Or
Oh, okay.
It will spark with a seed, but sometimes if it's crack or something, whatever's not supposed to be in there.
How about to say?
If it's not pure THC and you see a spark, don't
throw that shit on the floor.
Yes, just be mad you got swindled out of $20 and leave it at that.
Okay, so you're a wealth of information on this because I don't know shit. Okay, so I shouldn't probably be asking you all these questions.
Wealth of information.
So when you get some weed,
Yes.
and it's got like a bunch of stems and shit in there, that's bad, right?
Damn right.
So
unless it's Reggie, like that's
okay. I know Reggie Noble, Redman, the rapper. What the fuck is Reggie?
Reggie mid 50. It's not. You're not the highest graded dispensary in the you know.
Cause I know I've heard motherfuckers be like, oh, this is some dirt.
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's just some regular type homegrown. It's not, not high potency.
So what's the top of the line? Is that Kush?
Loud Kush. Yeah, anything like that.
But see, look, you come to the Home Video Hustle and you learn something.
Right? That's the way.
The more you know. I was about to do it. All right, well, I won't quiz you no more because I probably had you say too much. But all right. So the Leprechaun smokes the weed. I don't remember what line he says after that. There's some little line he says to Ice-T before he rips his fucking finger off.
Yeah.
And
about his flute, he basically right. It was something about the flute. I want my flute.
He wants the flute. He wants all his gold back.
Yeah,
but throughout the movie, he gets the gold back, but he does the flute is the main thing. Like I said, that's the thing everybody's chasing after. So he tells Ice-T, "Look, I ripped your finger off, and if you don't go back, find them little dudes and get my gold back, I'm gonna murk your ass." So Mac Daddy runs the fuck out of there while Leprechaun, I think, just hitting the weed a little bit more.
Yep.
And then it cuts to the next scene is Leprechaun coming out the bathroom. And I don't know why, but the bartender just starts fucking with him. And I think the bartender looked at him and was like, man, you a little ugly motherfucker, bro.
He used the force on that guy.
Yeah, he used the force. He force pushed him into, like, I guess the sound system. And, some rap music came on. The Leprechaun was like, yo, what's that? And he was like, that's rap music. And Leprechaun was like, yo, rap music? And he was like, yeah, rap music. Just like I'm about to wrap this pole around your motherfucking face. And he tries to hit him with, I guess, what was it, like a microphone stand or something? So the Leprechaun, I guess, uses force lightning. All these Star Wars references today. He uses force lightning and electrocutes and kills that motherfucker. So he's on the ground twitching. His eyes turn green. He dead as fuck.
Boom.
Okay, and I'll say now, I didn't tell you this before. I'll ask you this. During the end credits, did you think it was weird that scene seemed out of place for the end credits? Or did you not notice? Because you just bumping with the rap music.
Now that you said, did I miss something? Or is
No, you didn't miss nothing, but I'll just say
it did, yes.
That scene at the end where he's rapping, that's actually supposed to be after the Force Lightning kill. Because that's when he actually possesses the quote unquote fly girls, the zombies.
Yes.
The Leprechaun's like taking over women to do his bidding for him, and they don't show it in the movie, but later on it said that he's fucking them to death. I don't know if that's true or not. That might have just been a joke Butch said later in the movie. But he's basically possessing women, and he was doing it in this scene, and then he actually rapped. Like he did a whole little rap verse. He dropped like some bars on that motherfucker. But I heard or read somewhere that they thought that scene would be too goofy to put in that part right there. Like I guess it would take away from the horror, quote unquote. Okay. There's no real horror in this movie. It's all goofy, so they could have left it there really.
Yeah.
So they took that part out and put it at the end. But now if you watch, it's confusing because it's like, wait, the chicks was already possessed, right? Why is he possessing them now? So that's why that scene was chopped from there and put at the very end over the credits.
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah.
From then, where we at?
So from that point, that's when they go back to the pawn shop because they got all the gold. So they sell the pawn shop owner all the gold, and they go to get a sound system. He sells them the sound system. I think with like they talk him into like $550 extra on top of it or something.
Yeah, he said all this plus 500, and then we see
they was going back and forth like 600, 500, 600, like whatever like that.
And then Postmaster P, while Butch and
that's right.
Fuck is his name?
Straight Bullet.
While Butch and Straight Bullet are finishing the negotiations and everything, Postmaster P is evidently feeling some type of way about quote unquote killing Ice-T.
Yeah, he thinks he's dead.
And he pulls out the flute that he got and he blows it. Now when he blows the flute in the no pun intended. He whistles a tune, let me say that.
Yeah, but he plays a tune through the flute.
Yeah, but we can't hear the tune, but we just know a tune is being played. So you see him whistle, and all of a sudden, all of them stop and look at him.
They're just like they're entranced. They're just gone.
Yeah, and he turns back around to see if the deal is finished, and they're just
staring at him.
Dumbfounded. And they're like, what? And then they pick up the conversation like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
So we well, yeah, that was that.
And Postmaster doesn't realize what just happened yet. It's gonna
Yeah,
take him a
yeah.
while to realize what this flute is doing for some reason.
Mm-hmm. And then once again, they go back to the
They go back to Chow.
Chow, and basically same scene, same thing. Pulls they. What did they get from his store?
They wanted they was gonna have a party with all the money they just got from the pawn shop, so they went to him to go get like party. I guess I think they said party supplies or some shit in the movie. And so they're talking, and Child's all up on them now because they got money. Like he was, I guess he was dissing them earlier, but now they all up on him.
He does the whistle thing again, pulls it out. Everybody's entranced, and then they snap out of it like nothing ever happened. And there it goes.
And that's just funny too. I was laughing because before he pulls the flute out, they're talking to Child, and he just like, what the fuck, dude? He just like, for some reason, he's like, yo, when you guys go to Vegas, I can be your backup dancer. And he starts dancing and shit. And then I wrote another quote I wrote down is he says, I want to get down and jiggy with bitches and hoes.
Get jiggy with it. Na 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 na.
Hey.
Na 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 na.
Getting jiggy with it.
Damn it, Will.
I like that song. I don't care what nobody say. Fuck you. I like that song.
Right, Big Willie in the house.
Hey.
Okay.
So like you said, after he says that and he's done dancing, plays the flute, they all get entranced. He still doesn't fucking realize what's happening yet.
Somehow.
Ice-T goes, they show Ice-T going, or whatever, Mac Daddy, Ice-T, like I said. He's going back to his house, and he sees that the necklace that freezes the leprechaun up is actually still at the crib. So he's like, okay, I got a way to stop this motherfucker. So I'm gonna stop the leprechaun, get my flute back, and I'm gonna fuck them kids up. So after that, though, I guess the leprechaun, his gold has GPS because he knows exactly where to go get it from. So he goes to the pawn shop, and he confronts dude, and the guy just basically disses the shit out of him, like basically like, look, man, I ain't buying no Halloween costumes or something like that. Basically, get your little ass out of here. The leprechaun just laughs and goes around the corner like, all right, ha ha ha. And so, a little weird scene happens here after that. They show pawn shop owner is getting in his car, and like this little cute chick is like in the middle of the street, and it's somebody he knows because he's saying her name. I think he called her like Jackie C or some shit like that. And
yeah, he was gone. Yeah.
So he walks up to, or she comes up to him, and they start like, I don't know if they're like kissing and shit.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was the leprechaun like warping his body around or something, because eventually she turns back toward the camera and you see her face is all fucked up. But he doesn't know it yet. But then he finds out and she ends up killing him. But then the leprechaun's like somewhere hiding while it's happening.
Was he in the car?
But I guess now that I think about it though, oh yeah, he was in the car actually. Yeah, I guess that was one of the fly girls, the zombie girls. I forgot he's controlling them, so I guess that's actually not confusing now. Fuck me on that one, I guess.
Gotcha. Come on, fellow, keep up. Yeah, and then after that, how?
So yeah, the pawn shop owner is dead.
When do they run into the leprechaun? Like, when is their first?
When does who run into the leprechaun? The kid or the dudes?
The three, yeah.
They ran into the leprechaun when they was in his house. Remember when they took the necklace off of him?
No, I mean, when do they know that they're chasing out? When? Like,
not for a little while now.
Yeah. See, yeah. I'm missing pieces then. Because the next thing I remember is your boy and the
No.
Oh.
The next thing they did, they had that party, and Postmaster was on the rooftop, and Stray and Butch came up there and was talking to him because he's all fucked up because he thinks he killed Mac Daddy. He's like, yo, I killed somebody. This ain't what we were supposed to be doing. I'm rapping about positivity, and I'm out here murking motherfuckers. This ain't right.
Right.
So, but then as they're talking, I think Mac Daddy just pops up out of nowhere. Said, what's up, little bitches? He comes up to him and his little bodyguard he got, Woody married, where they come up on the roof.
And he's like, basically, he wants his shit back. Yeah, give me the shit. Give me the flute.
Yeah, I don't even think he really worried about killing him. He like, I just want my flute back so I can go back to making these records and making my money, man.
Yeah, he said either y'all can die now or y'all can hop off the roof.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Just give me the flute. And they're all scared. We don't know. And then, is this for the first time they use the trickery? Like, what if the leprechaun's behind you? And then that's when they jump down?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think they did.
No?
I don't remember what happened to distract Ice-T. Was it the leprechaun?
Like, I thought that was the first because he's like, how much you got to think I'm dumb or something. Then he turns around and he's really behind him.
Oh, maybe.
And they just jumping.
Yeah, because I know something happens to distract Ice-T, and while he's distracted, they jump off the fucking roof.
Yeah.
And then they escape. I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was a leprechaun. I don't remember exactly no more.
So I remember them, yeah.
But it eventually they just escaped though. However the fuck they did it, they got away.
Needless to say.
And so after that, they're just devising their plan about how to escape all this bullshit going on.
So they come up with the brilliant plan to, until the Vegas trip, you know, until they finish their shows in the Vegas trip, they're just going to basically house hop every night. Go one place to the next, never retrace their steps. So the first person that they come to is
Miss Fontaine. She's I guess, well, no, because she was talking about getting operations. I guess a transvestite. It's a big ass, like, well, I don't know about just a big dude with a dress on and everything.
How did they know her? Like, how the fuck?
That's the thing. They never do explain how they know this person, because it's crazy. Because I don't remember him saying anything, because the whole time they're acting like they're kind of like, you know, ill, get away from me and shit. Yeah. But then at the same time, like you said, it's like, well, why the fuck do y'all even like talk to this person or know this person if that's how y'all feel about him? Like, that don't make no sense. But I guess it's just in this movie for, you know, the lulls, the jokes, the ha-ha-has. But okay. I don't know. That's a good ass question though, because like I said, they act like they didn't even want to be there, but they just went because they had to, unless it was something where it's like, that was a homie before, and now that's what they doing now, I guess. Or maybe something like that. The desperate times, they'll just go fuck with anybody, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought. I've seen this movie about 3 or 4 times. I've never thought about why they went over there.
How do they?
I just figured it was, like I said, just for the joke of the guy in the dress and all that shit.
Well, yeah. They're over there. And long story short,
they just basically paid Miss Fontaine to stay at the house overnight. And she's in there flirting with Butch. Yeah. And he's like not having it. And that's the joke.
That's the joke. And then they go outside, out back, you know, play some music.
Oh, not yet, sir. We got a death scene in between there.
Is there a death scene?
There's a death scene in between there, because once they pay and they stay in there, it cuts to the Leprechaun visiting Child's little corner store.
Ah, yes. This is true.
And basically Child dies because he took money or gold from him, I guess. So Leprechaun took his gold back, and it doesn't really... did it show him die?
No.
It just kind of cuts away, right?
Yeah,
but then when it cuts back to the shop again, I'll skip ahead just a little bit, but they cut back to the shop a couple scenes later, and his head, his foot, and his arm, I think, are like pickled in a jar with blood and shit. Yep. So... he dead as fuck. You'll notice a trend here about these deaths. I'll say it later once we got them all in. But there's a trend to these deaths.
Yes, there is.
But yeah, after Child's killed by a leprechaun, then's the scene you were about to talk about.
Okay, so they're out. They're out back on. What is her name?
Miss Fontaine.
Miss Fontaine. They're out back on her little patio, and you know they're playing some rap music, telling her about their plan. And this old guy comes out, and you know it's like, "Hey, keep it down."
He threw like a glass or something at him. He was like, "Yo, turn that shit down, you assholes. We trying to sleep."
Yeah. So of course, you know, words are exchanged, but somehow I don't know what makes Master P, you know, blow the whistle. Damn.
Oh,
no pun intended.
If people know hood slang and terminology, they just got a good laugh out of that statement. Or if they listen to Too Short.
Yeah, right. Blow the whistle.
But nah, yeah, the neighbor throwing shit at him, telling them to shut the hell up, to call them assholes, and they get mad and they walk off. So Postmaster's just sitting there and he just pulls out the flute. He's looking at it and he just says, "Fuck," I guess, and starts playing it. And then the neighbor, I guess it pops back up from the rooftop or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you play that tune again?" Yes. And that's finally when it clicks in Postmaster's head that, okay, this flute is actually like magical and doing shit.
I guess somehow they have a not a party, but a small gathering within a time of like 5 minutes.
And they're up there rapping and everything, and then they're using the flute with it. So now even the neighbor that was fucking with them about the loud music, he's even joining in with them now. So now Postmasters realizing the power of this flute and why Ice-T wants it back so bad.
Of course, well, the jam session's over, and of course, you know, he tries to tell his boys, you know, like, hey, there's magic in this flute. Like, it's not just some bullshit. And they don't believe him at first.
Of course. No.
And here comes your boy, the Leprechaun.
Hey.
Every time, I'm pretty sure it seems like every spot that the whistle was blown in, the Leprechaun knows how to get to. So
it's pretty much calling the motherfucker, because they showed, I think the first time he played in the pawn shop, it cut to Leprechaun like looking around like, yo, I can hear that shit.
Yeah.
Like a dog whistle, I guess, in a way. Like, he can hear that shit. So if you think about it, these assholes, like I said, there's a trend with these deaths. And one of the trends is that they keep blowing this fucking flute everywhere they go, and it tells the leprechaun exactly where the hell they are. I guess he didn't figure that part of it out. But I guess it took him long enough to figure out the first part.
Right.
So I guess he never figured out that second part.
Yeah, had to put two and two together first.
I know, right? Damn, it didn't take me that long to figure it out.
So, he's explaining shit. They're good. They're hype. It was a good little turnout with the crowd. And then the leprechaun shows up.
Yeah, he comes right to the front door. Knock, I think motherfucker knocks on the door, right? And then
Miss Fontaine
opens it. And then I guess figured it was one of the party guests. It was one of the party guests, and motherfucker just starts flirting with the leprechaun super hard.
Yeah. And
yet another quote that I wrote down, the leprechaun says, I did not come to play with fruit. I just come to get my flute, or something like that. And so funny. I guess Fontaine just laughed it off, grabbed the leprechaun's hand and led him to the bedroom. And so while Postmaster and them are out there talking, you just hear Fontaine moaning. And it sounds like sexual moaning. So they're like, what the hell is going on? They walk in the house, open up, peek in the door, and you see Fontaine with the legs up in the air, moaning and shit. And you could tell somebody's under the cover. So they're like, oh, get the fuck out of there. And you come to find out after they leave the room, it cuts back and you see that the leprechaun is like cut the motherfucking throat or something.
Yeah.
And so Fontaine is dead.
And then, so they're still in the... They don't know anything has happened yet, but I think Postman P is about to walk out one of the rooms, and he opens the door and he sees the leprechaun out
just
there,
like going through all the drawers trying to find the gold.
His flute, and shuts the door quickly. For some reason, they're in the fucking bathroom.
I don't remember why.
Yeah,
I think they saw the leprechaun when they. No, I don't know. Actually, no, I don't fucking know why they're in the bathroom. I want to say I thought they saw the leprechaun at one point and ran into the bathroom. I'm not sure though. It had to be that because I don't know why the fuck they'd all be in the bathroom.
So then why did he?
I don't know.
Okay.
They're in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, they're in the bathroom.
And Butch is like, I got an idea, and he's got like a what do you call those things? Like an electric towel, like a hot towel that you plug in. Heating pad. Thank you. And he put like douche liquid or something on it or something, douche cream, whatever the fuck you call that shit. And he says that, and he plugs it in the wall, and he says, electricity in this shit is combustible, so. Turn on the light when the leprechaun steps in, and when he steps on this pad, it'll light his ass on fire.
Yeah.
So, another quote that I wrote down, he tells Postmaster, all right, you stand by the light, Stray, you go out there and get his attention to get him in here. So Stray opens up the door, and he says, yo, shorty, you ain't even as big as my dick. And the leprechaun gets mad and starts coming toward him. So, of course, when he comes in, they fucking turn the light on, it lights him on fire. And so the leprechaun's like running all around on fire, and then me and PJ laugh because they're just standing there watching, and we're like, get the fuck out the bathroom.
Right.
Like, come on, y'all, the black people, we supposed to not be the ones doing the dumb shit. That's always the joke, is that, oh, black people ain't gonna do this, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, right.
You fucking up. Get the hell out the room.
Took them a good 2 seconds, dramatic pause, let's call it that.
I guess.
They had a dramatic
just so
pause.
Shocked. Like, nothing would shock me at this point. Like, you seen a fucking killer leprechaun doing force powers. Get the hell out of there. Ain't nothing shocking no more.
All right, so, needless to say, they escape. And the next place they go to is the church?
The Holy Tabernacle Church.
Yes.
See, and I had to ask PJ because I'm like, aren't those two different things?
I think it is. As far as I know, a tabernacle is different from
a church. Because I know I've seen places that say tabernacle, and I've seen places that say church on them. I don't think I've ever seen one that says both.
Yeah, maybe I'm confused.
I had to ask wifey because I'm sure she would know.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I know the tabernacle. Like,
I'm sure we could look it up, but I'm not going to. So moving on. They're at the Holy Tabernacle Church, and
basically, in order to stay there, they're there already, they're lounging, chilling out, relaxing. And the pastor comes in and...
nope.
Uh-oh.
We skipped a part.
Uh-oh.
Before they decide to go to the church, but before they go to the church, Postmaster's like, yo, I gotta go check on my grandma. So then they go by his grandma's house. Yes. And she just disses the hell out of Stray Bullet and Butch. Because I think Stray Bullet, didn't she say something about his mama too? I just realized I didn't realize that was a running gag till just now. She dissed his mom. I think she says, your mama's still messing around with whatever the hell his name is. And he just kind of looked down and didn't say nothing. And he walked away. And then and his grandma's blonde. So she grabs a hold of Butch's face. And she's like, is that you, Butch? She's like, you still a virgin?
Yeah.
He just was like, yeah. So they're in there chilling, eating soup. And this is when Postmaster shows Stray Bullet the power of the flute.
Yes.
Because they're sitting there and he tells, Stray Bullet, hey, plug your ears. And he plays it and Butch, like, of course, goes into the trance. So Stray's like, yo, we got to use this shit to make money. That's how Mac Daddy or Ice-T was doing that shit. So they're like, yeah, hell yeah. So you cut from that to them in the church in the morning. The pastor comes in there and I don't remember what he says. He says something, oh, Lord, and something. And they wake, it scares the hell out of them and they wake up. So he basically asked him, like, what the hell y'all doing in the church? They're like, we need a place to stay. Yep. And he was like, you pay me like, what, $50? And then he said, my musical guests or whatever aren't going to be able to make it today. So you guys give me $50 and perform for a
song.
Do a song for the, what do you call it, congregation or whatever. And we be straight. And they was like, all right, cool.
So church starts.
And so, they're in there having church and then they come in. And then I don't know why the fuck they did this, but Postmaster P starts out rapping like normally, but then Stray Bullet comes back with some gangster shit for some reason.
Yeah, they start with the Jesus loves me, this I know.
Yes, and then Stray Bullet comes back, Jesus loves me, and if not, I'll find a hoe. Yeah. And so of course the congregation is like, what? Yeah. They wigging out and they're getting up and they're starting to leave. They say more lines than that, but I don't remember them anymore. So, but they're going on. They're leaving. The pastor's like, yo, wait, chill. We don't go nowhere. So Postmaster P, I guess, is like, let me try this flute. He plays the flute. And they start saying the exact same fucked up rap again in the church. And they all, the beat drops. Everybody getting hyped. The congregation out there, getting hyped, fuck out there clapping and shit. Oh, I wish I had the lyrics, man. Damn.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm trying to think. Jesus,
pause. I'm about to find that shit.
I know.
I'm about to find that shit.
Something ho. Something mofo.
Yes.
Any real congregation would be very, very upset. Very mad. But it's the movies, baby. Movie magic.
It's the flute, motherfucker.
Yeah, right?
Jesus loves me, this I know. If he don't, I'll find a hole. Jesus loves me, I don't know. Jesus loves me, the hell if I know. If Jesus loves me, then it's my day. We better pray or he'll make us pay.
And there you go.
Now, I'm not the biggest church dude in the world, but I would think that if you said some shit like that, like you would get well, I guess they had the flute though.
Yeah, the magic flute. That's what I said.
Because when they were saying that at first, of course, people were getting up and leaving, but then when they played the flute, they said that exact same stuff and they were just all getting hyped.
The magic flute.
And then I don't know why. I don't know who wanted this to happen. I don't know if he just happened to be in the area that day, but for 1 second, not even a whole minute of screen time, fucking Coolio pops up. The rapper Coolio.
Like, wow. He might have just been like near the set or some shit.
He might have been cool with somebody. Like, hey, Coolio, bring your ass in here. So they everybody just goes, oh shit, it's Coolio. And they like zoom in on him. And then you never see him again after that. Just Coolio out of nowhere, like an RKO and shit. So they do their little, gangster gospel music song. I think eventually they like go, they're like upstairs or something happen. Like time passes, everybody's gone. And Mac Daddy runs up in the church. Yeah, they're upstairs because Mac Daddy runs in there and him and his bodyguard are running up the stairs. And so, Stray Bullet and everybody, they're hiding. And so they're like, we gonna do this. We gonna get rid of Mac Daddy. We gonna get this flute. We gonna bang out. So they're all like giving turns, giving each other dap. But then when you get to the end, the motherfucker, I forget who was on the end, but they give the Leprechaun dap because the Leprechaun is right there next to him. And so there's like a pause.
I got it.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
The first time what made them jump off the bridge is his finger. You remember his finger got pulled off.
That's right.
This is the time when he was behind him, and that's what led him to
that's what because I know it. Okay, to repeat what PJ just said, we just figured we just had a fucking mind-blowing revelation here on the podcast. The reason that they were able to jump off the roof from Mac Daddy at the party was because he got his fucking index finger pulled off, and for some reason, I guess muscle memory, he pulled out the gun. He pulled out the gun and tried to shoot him, but that hand didn't have a finger to pull the trigger, so he dropped the gun. Then they jumped off the roof.
Yeah, muscle memory for killers. That's
there
good.
You go, killer memory.
Just hold it in his hand. Oh shit, my finger's just fell.
Gone. It just spun like, oh damn it.
Yeah. So that's now we're back here. Sorry, we're back. No,
you good? Cause I'm glad you said that. Cause I legit didn't know what the fuck happened back then.
Yeah. So now we're here.
So back here at the church.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're Mac Daddy and old boy. They're coming. They're giving each other dap. And then the joke is that the leprechaun is on the end, off camera, and when he pan over, the leprechaun's there and he gives him dap. And there's like a pause where they all just kind of look toward the camera, and the leprechaun's just kind of looking around like, and then they all go, ah! The leprechaun starts screaming with him and laughing. So they get up and run out the door, but then Mac Daddy and his bodyguard are right there. So of course he pulls the gun out on him. Or I don't know if he did it or the bodyguard did it. They got guns pulled out on him.
I think it was him.
Okay, oh, he must have switched hands then. So yeah, they're basically threatening him, give me the fucking flute, and he was like, all right, you can't kill us because I don't have the flute on me, so you gotta keep me alive. And so all that happens, but then I think somebody said something about like, well, what you gonna do about the leprechaun?
Yeah,
it's right behind you, and he's like, man, he was like, motherfucker, you really think I'm gonna fall for that dumb shit?
In the book.
And so he's like, man, you know what? Kill these motherfuckers. So the bodyguard get ready to kill him, and the leprechaun uses like a super force push and explodes this motherfucker's chest open. There's a big hole, and they even show like Ice-T like with his face looking through the hole, like damn.
All bad.
And so that's when Ice-T like turned around and is like, oh, they weren't lying. The leprechaun is right there. So Ice-T like bitches up and runs away.
Said I'll deal with you motherfuckers later.
Yeah, that's what he said too.
So they run into pastor's office.
Yeah, the pastor walks out of his office and was like, yo, man, what the fuck is going on out here? And then they bum rushed him, push him into the room and like shut the door and lock it.
The leprechaun's outside trying to get in. They're trapped, but who is it? Is it Butch comes up with the idea? Or Post?
Well, Postmaster P and Straight Bullet are holding like their back against the door trying to keep me from getting in. The pastor's like in his safe, like taking out big wads of money, putting them in his pocket. And then Butch, I think, was the one that was like, I think he was, because he was standing next to the safe. He's like, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Open up the safe door, put it against the door. And when the leprechaun like runs back and tries to bum rush the door, they open it. He runs into the safe. They lock him in there.
Which I could see how they would think that's smart, but they should know the fucking leprechaun pops up anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't the smartest plan, but I guess it was a plan.
Yeah,
I guess.
you got
just
him out.
Panicking at the moment.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same shit, not thinking, just hey, fuck it, trap him.
Because you can't chop him up, because you see that didn't work last time.
Yeah. So yeah, that works. That little plan, they wait the count of 3, boom, opens it, shuts the big ass. What is that called? Safe door, yeah. Yeah. Boom, he's trapped. They run out.
So they go back downstairs and they're back on their little rap, thing. They're like, yo, we gotta catch these auditions. And the pastor, rightfully so, was like, yo, y'all ain't about to leave this little bullshit in here with me. Like, y'all gotta do something about this. And they tell the pastor, like, look, man, just keep him here. Motherfucker's in the safe. He ain't getting out. So we gonna go to Vegas. We gonna make this money, and we'll give you half of it. So then, of course, the pastor's like, oh, okay. And he's like, well, what y'all gonna do about Mac Daddy? And he reaches like underneath the podium, I guess, in front of the church, and he pulls out a gun. And the pastor's like, yo, man, how you know about my gun? Straight Bullet like, man, motherfucker, everybody know about your gun.
Right. Who doesn't know about the gun?
And the pastor just kind of looks down like, oh.
Yep. Just in case somebody wants to act up.
Yep. Well, nowadays, everybody running around with guns anyway.
Yeah. I feel like in the next scene, oh boy dies.
Nope, next scene is they actually go back to the audition. And they got the flute now. The audition that they were at in the beginning that they blew the stage up, they go back there. And of course, since they got the power of the flute, the guys love them. And they're like, hell yeah, that was the shit. And I noticed something. It was actually in the scene after this, but I noticed it here first. But I told PJ, the whole movie, Postmaster P is the positive guy. He didn't want to do nothing. But the longer the movie went on, he started to turn a little bit. And by this period, he's like not even giving a fuck no more. He's like rapping whatever. He just want to get paid, go to Vegas, and become a rapper. And so he starts wearing all black and shit. And as you know, in movies, when you wear all black, you pretty much the bad guy most times. Most times. So I noticed, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they did there. He started like wearing darker clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this, well, I won't say that. I'll say it at the end, but yeah.
Visual cues.
Yes, there you go. So after they get love at the audition, they cut back to the Reverend, and Leprechaun is in the safe, and he's calling upon his little zombie fly girls.
He summons them.
Yeah, he summons one of them, and she comes to the church, and then the Reverend is all up on her immediately. Talking about, what did he say to her?
He said his specialty is laying hands. No, he said he's going to lay hands on her first.
Yeah, he's going to lay his healing hands on her.
But his specialty is speaking in tongues.
Do you get it?
It's tongues.
Do you get it?
Tongues.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
But before he can lay the tongue on this fly girl, they all run around with sunglasses on, and you find out because they do that because when he pulls them off of her, she got green ass eyes. So
basically rebuked her in the name of God.
Yeah, then he flipped the whole script and he was like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here!
You are the devil.
I do not want that devil pussy.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
But then the leprechaun, I don't know how I got out the safe. See, here's an issue I have with this scene that I thought about. He called the fly girl, I guess, to come in there and get him out with thoughts. Because if he could just get out on his own, there was really no need for her, because he didn't need to distract the Reverend, because he could just easily kill him.
Right.
So I figured she's going to come in there, distract the Reverend, or get him up to the bedroom or his office, let the thing out the safe, and then he died. But she comes in there, and she's distracting him, but then the leprechaun kills him because he comes up behind him. So I ask you, what the fuck was the point of the fly girl coming when the leprechaun was just going to appear behind him and kill him any fucking way? Do you have an answer?
See, I could go the biblical route than to say that.
What?
We are all tested in our faith.
Oh my God.
The pastor was tested in his faith. However, he was able to recognize the devil and he overcame his test, even though he was killed in the
I was about to say, but he died though.
Yeah, I know. You know, that might have been for other things that he did. But he did recognize the devil when he saw him and looked into his eyes, and he rebuked thee. I rebuke ye, Satan.
Now, when I started watching Leprechaun in the Hood today, I did not expect a spiritual analysis of this movie like that. That was highly unexpected, and I congratulate you for doing that, because I would have never in my life even considered or thought of doing that, sir.
Right? I mean,
bravo.
Thank you.
You did that somehow.
Yeah. Other than that, no. Have no fucking idea.
Okay, that was the answer I was looking for.
Common sense answer.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Reverend is dead.
Damn.
I didn't mean for it to come off like that. But yeah, the guys, they're on. I guess they're on the big stage and now performing. They got the whole crowd behind them and they love him. They're getting mad love.
Yes.
And so there's this big record label. I think they said he was like the owner of like the biggest hip hop label in the country, I guess.
Yep.
And he comes in there and he's like, "Yo, we love you. I love you. You're going to Vegas." So they're hyped. They're like, "Hell yeah, we finally made it."
Boom.
But then the fly girls come in, but of course they don't know about these zombie chicks yet. So they're just thinking they about to get some booty. They're like, "Hell yeah, I didn't think we would get nothing this quick. We just got off stage on our first little show." So they're all on it. But then the leprechaun comes in behind them, and then it's like, "Hey, motherfuckers, what's good?" Straight Bullet tries to pull the chopper out on him. Well, he does pull the chopper out on him. But then the leprechaun uses the force and takes control of him. And he has him point the gun at Butch.
Yep.
And he tells Postmaster, like, "Yo, you need to give me that flute or your boy about to get his brains all up on this wall." And I think Straight, he tells him, like, "Yo, just give that motherfucker that flute, man. We ain't trying to die up in here." So at first, Postmaster wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what happened. He wasn't going to do it. And then he had him point the gun at Butch and was like, "Yo, you better quit fucking with me." So then he gives him the flute and everything is cool. The fly girl's leaving, the leprechaun's leaving, but then Postmaster is like mad. Like I said, at this point he's like super angry, like gangster, I guess, type dude. So he tries to step to the leprechaun. Leprechaun like turns around, uses the force on him to stop him. Like, "Nah, bro, we ain't having none of that." And then the leprechaun's like, "All right, since you wanted to fuck with me, fam, all right, I got you." Takes control of Straight Bullet again and has him shoot himself in the face. Or he like puts the gun up to his chin and kills himself. So earlier I said there's a connection with all these kills. And it's pretty much this. Everybody they talk to in this movie dies.
Basically.
Everybody dies because of these three. And then at this point now, people are dying because of Postmaster. So when the ending of this movie comes and we talk about it, it's not what you thought it would be. But when you think about it, it really couldn't have ended any other fucking way. But we'll get there in a second, though. So Straight Bullet dead as fuck. They find a little abandoned car. They throw him in there and they leave him there.
For a wino to find him.
Yeah, for somebody to find him. So they wouldn't be involved with it, I guess. Butch and the Postmaster are talking like, "Yo, this a wrap, man. Our boy dead. Like, fuck it, we done." And Postmaster's like, "We can't stop now, or else he would have died for nothing." So he hypes up Butch to go get the fucking flute back.
He said the physical and the metaphysical.
Yeah, he kept talking about he was doing else that was like, wasn't fucking with none of this. Because he like, "Yo, this is some supernatural, metaphysical bullshit we getting involved with." He's like, "I ain't want to impart in none of that."
That's real shit.
Then it just a rather unnecessary scene, in my opinion. It cuts to the leprechaun with the fly girls. they bring him a new girl, and you know he looks up and down and she fine, so he like, all right, I'll keep her. So he like throws her in a cage or something. But like I said earlier, Butch made
I thought that was just to set up the.
Was it a setup for something? Did I miss something?
Just for the end, like, you know, so that way we knew where they were.
Oh, so I guess you. But I mean, you really
did.
It didn't matter though.
It didn't.
It just like I said, but like I was gonna say, I don't know if it was just to reinforce the thing that Butch joked about Leprechauns fucking girls to death, because he has 3 main girls, but then he has other ones that never appear again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, they could have cut that one, but then again, you want that 90-minute length though. So.
Full feature film.
Hey. So then they go back to Postmaster Grandma's house and they chill there with her for a minute, and I guess it was a dream that happened, because the leprechaun comes in the house and the grandma was thinking it was like one of Postmaster's friends. So she's like feeling on his hands and she's like, oh, you got the arthritis real bad, son. So she tells him, like, go in there and wash your hands and let the warm water run on it, because your shit fucked up.
Yeah.
She didn't say that last part. I just said that part. So then after he does that, she like, I got some soup. Come on and eat the soup. And she's like I said before, she's blind, so she's trying to feed it to him, and she accidentally jabs a fork in his eye and pulls his fucking eyeball out. And then Postmaster P wakes up, right? Just like it's a dream. I was like, oh, okay, well. And then he hears a knock on the door, gets up, goes to the door, and it's Stray Bullet with blood all over him. He says something to him.
Y'all ready to go to Vegas?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, y'all ready to go to Vegas? And so then I think Postmaster wakes up again.
Yep.
So he had a dream within a dream.
Yep, some Inception type shit.
So then he wakes up this time and hears a knock on the door again. So he's like nervous, and he goes open the door, and at first I guess it fucks him up because Butch has on like a visor, like a pair of glasses with lights on the end.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like he got like the little leprechaun eyes. So at first he jumps or something, then he's like, yo, it's just me, it's Butch. So then they're like, oh, okay. So Butch comes and tells him that he had been researching the leprechaun. He has a book called Leprechaun for Dummies.
Yes.
And so they figure out that they lace weed with 4-leaf clovers. We were just talking about lacing weed, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
And so they lace the weed with 4-leaf clovers. And they say, we need to get him to smoke this because it'll temporarily make him lose his power. So they're like, all right, well, how the hell we going to get that close to him? So their idea is that since he's been kidnapping all these little women, they're going to dress up, dresses, high heels, makeup, the whole 9.
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to get close to him. I guess, I don't know how they found out where the Fly Girls were, but they found them, got them to smoke the weed, and then of course when they snapped out of it, and then of course there's a shot because they're like, yo, where the fuck are we at? What happened? And so he's like, yo, tell us where the leprechaun is. And then so they're like, oh, he's probably here. I guess they don't really show them saying where it's at, but I guess they just figure it out. So then they go there and it's like a warehouse or some shit, I don't know, because it's got a big ass freight elevator.
Yeah, right.
So they go up to the leprechaun and it's dark, so I guess he can't tell that it's 2 dudes.
Should have been able to tell old boy was a man.
Yeah, old boy was super like muscular and shit. Like,
too muscular.
So he goes and they're in the room. The leprechaun's like, come here, sit on my lap and shit. So he goes over there.
Did you write down that line? Yeah. The line he's about to say.
Oh, did I write down the line? Hold on. No, I didn't write down the line. Go ahead and tell him, what is it? Do you know?
I forgot it. I forgot it. Damn. Damn.
He said something about something. In order to do something, you got to go downtown or something like that.
Yeah, damn.
And while he's sitting on his lap, he's getting the leprechaun to smoke the weed. So I guess before the leprechaun made him suck his dick, the leprechaun passed out.
Yes.
Because I think the leprechaun had grabbed Post's hand and was like moving it toward his nuts. And I thought at first, because after his hand went down there, and then they cut the leprechaun like leaning his head back. So I'm like, oh man, he beating the leprechaun off. Damn, you really undercover, my homie.
Yeah, right.
But it was just the leprechaun passing out from the weed. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay, here's another dumb thing. Instead of killing the leprechaun or trying to kill it in some way since it had no power, they just take the flute back from him and run.
I guess they figured we done already shot him. He done been set on fire.
That's true. But I mean, I would figure if he didn't have no powers, maybe, I don't know. Maybe but I guess it was only temporarily, I guess. I don't know. But they take the flute. They're running off. They get on the elevator, go back down, and they're about to leave. But then you just hear gunshots, and fucking Butch then got shot like 2 or 3 times in his heart, like his chest heart area. And I wrote this line down because as he's dying, he looks at Postmaster P and he's like, Post, do they got pussy in heaven? Because as PJ said while we were watching the movie, damn, my boy died of virgin.
Right. So unfortunate.
So Mac Daddy killed him. So then Post and Mac just are going back and forth because of course Mac is clowning him because he's running around with his dress on and his makeup and shit. So he's like, oh yeah, you fine, girl. What you doing down here? You know, just fucking with him like that. And so and he's like, yeah, you look real fine with that gun, but you ain't gonna do nothing with it. And he's like, you ain't. So he basically tells him, you ain't no gangster, cuz. You ain't gonna shoot nobody.
Yeah.
Go and put that gun down. Give me the flute, cuz. No.
Oh, gangster.
So I guess after antagonizing, like he just basically got both his friends killed. And that's right too. Earlier, I think but after he said the line about pussy in heaven, I think Bush just looked at me. He's like, man, not in the dress, Post. I can't die in the dress. And so Postmaster, after hearing he say, like, yeah, he's just gone. He's fucked up in the head now. So he's like immediately just pulls up the gun and smokes Ice-T. Yeah. I think he hits him like 3 or 4 times in his chest too, almost in the same area as Butch got shot. So then I think he just kind of stands there or hesitates for a minute. So then you just see the freight elevator behind him come down. So then the Leprechaun is there.
And the final battle ensues.
Yeah, he's fucking cracking jokes on Postmaster now too. And you find out Mac Daddy ain't dead because he like walks up behind the Leprechaun. So then, as you said before, the joke is turned. And now he's telling the Leprechaun, like, yo, you know, somebody, Mac Daddy, what you gonna do about Mac Daddy? And Leprechaun's like, motherfucker, I'm not stupid. There ain't nobody behind me. So then I think Mac Daddy hits him with a chair. He like breaks the chair over his head, WWE style. And so the Leprechaun gets mad and he does the force push again to Ice-T and blows a hole in his chest just like he did his bodyguard earlier. So now Ice-T is dead as fact.
Yeah, no coming back.
And I think as he explodes, like Ice-T had the freezing the medallion in his hand to freeze the Leprechaun, and it flies up in the air. It kind of cuts abruptly. It shows it flying in the air. Yeah. And the Leprechaun's looking up at it. Post is looking up at it. And as it's coming back down, it fades to black. And you just hear the Leprechaun go, ah! Or somebody screams. And then it just cuts abruptly to Postmaster P rapping on stage. Yeah. And he's got like his Scarface, not the movie Scarface, the rapper Scarface looking clothes on. And he's rapping, and there's a fog area where like he's on an actual stage like concert rapping. And the crowd is loving him. And then it zooms in on him as he walks toward the camera. He's got sunglasses on, so I kind of figured where this was going. He pulled the sunglasses off and his eyes are green, which means the Leprechaun has possessed him or taken over him. And that's how the movie ends. Well, that's how the movie ends. But then, of course, after that scene is where I told y'all earlier, where they cut the Leprechaun rapping and put it over the credits. So the credits are going after that, and the Leprechaun is rapping. And I hate to admit this. I really hate to admit this, but this is the state that hip hop is in now, where I would rather listen to this fucking Leprechaun song than any of the hip hop songs on the radio right now. I hate that I have to say that, but it's the truth. Because that's the thing about a lot of these songs. Like, a lot of these songs here have some good-ass beats to them. Like, I was nodding my head a lot. Like, even when they were saying dumb shit in the songs, like, the beats was kind of ill. I was fucking with them real.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, so excluding the end credits, like, it ends with Postmaster P being possessed. So, this movie actually has a rather dark ending to it.
Yes, it does.
Which PJ was super caught off guard. Well, I wish I took a picture of his face at the end.
Yeah, that was, threw me for a loop. I was thinking he was a good guy, you know.
Well, he was a good guy. That's what I was saying. As the movie went on, though, he started taking all those dark turns, and he started wearing all the black, dark clothes and shit. Yeah. Because as he said in the middle of the movie, if he had just stayed doing the positive shit, none of this would have happened anyway.
Right. And
they got mad. People killed along the way.
So, a thing with this movie, I feel like it's they wanted the hidden message.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this.
Because, music is my thing. Like,
yeah.
For y'all who don't know, music, I consider myself an artist. Mm-hmm. So,
Paulie P.
Yeah, this was right up my alley. So, I kind of feel like they were making a statement. Have you heard the whole thing about, the devil running the music and all that?
Oh, yeah.
So, I feel like a statement was being made that, if you there is no halfway in the music industry, more or less. Like, if you want to do it, you're going to have no choice but to conform to society standards and like what's being played now on the radio. If not, then you're not going to get played. You're not going to get any turns, and that's just how it is. Or they could have just been making a movie. I'm
about to say, this is twice now in this fucking in Leprechaun in the Hood. PJ's getting all these deep conversations in that I did not expect.
Where did that come from?
I guess since you're that deep into music, you just thinking of that shit.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking this is just some dumb, goofy movie that they made to sell videotapes.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's time for the ratings now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you done with your scholarly reviews?
Yeah, damn.
What'd you think, P?
I give this a 2 thumbs up. I give this a. It was more than average for me. It wasn't like spectacular, but I really did enjoy it. This is. I'm gonna say an 8.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna give it an 8. 2 thumbs up and an 8.
I was about to say, I figured it's gonna be a higher score since you was really thinking deep about it.
Yeah, right. Made me think. Made my mind wonder.
So when you come over my way, and if you can't tell, I love this dumb ass movie. I always have loved this goofy ass movie. That's why I was so hyped when he picked it out the bag. This is the first time I watched it from start to end in a long time. It's honestly probably since I saw it the first time, the only time I've ever watched it again all the way through. Damn. So I usually catch it on TV and it's usually already started or it's like in near the end, or I just always watch it when I go past it.
Damn.
But I love this dumb ass movie. It's, in my opinion, the best Leprechaun movie. None of them are that great, but this is the best one. This is the closest to great I can say out of all of them.
Put it in the hood.
Exactly. So I give this also, well, I'll say I give it the thumb up like you. I give it an 8 too. So once again, we right on the. So that's the thing. Me and you always got these almost similar scores because we just like the same type of shit. It's wonderful. But yeah, hey man, I love this flick, man. I need to upgrade my DVD now to Blu-ray because this is one of those older DVDs that ain't formatted for widescreen TV, so it's got the blocks on all 4 sides of the screen. So I need to upgrade my shit though, and I'll actually pay for it. I like this movie enough to upgrade it. So.
That says something.
That's it, definitely, because I don't upgrade all my shit.
So yeah, let me know what you think about my analysis, or if you have seen this. You know, maybe you have an analysis of your own. Because like you said, I didn't notice that till you pointed it out. But he did go from wearing like all white to eventually all black.
Dark, yeah.
And that kind of goes along with my theme about you know, it kind of. He had to wind up changing all the way before.
I guess I was about to say, I was just talking about you, but I guess I was thinking deep about this shit too. Damn. Who'da thunk that Leprechaun in the Hood? This motherfucker here. Oh, let me ask you this before I even say that line. Better than Star Wars.
Fuck yeah. Damn right.
So as I was about to say, do we watch Star Wars? This motherfucker couldn't remember a damn thing. A damn thing. But we watched Leprechaun in the Hood, and he's talking about, you know, hip-hop criticism. He's talking deep about spiritual stuff, like in a Leprechaun
philosophy.
In the Hood, philosophy. You know,
wow.
Like, man, I did not expect that with Leprechaun in the Hood.
It's right. It took the hoodest movie we've seen to bring out the most scholarly review in my eyes.
Is this the hoodest movie? Is this more hood than Truck Turner?
No.
Okay.
No.
I had to think, is this more hood? I was like,
for the time period, yes, but overall, no. No. I would consider Truck Turner's more gangster in my eyes. This is just a hood movie. I don't know how else to describe that.
It's Leprechaun in the Hood. I mean, okay. I had a thought about this. I guess you could consider a deep little thought too, because I was thinking, okay, they did the tally and they were like, okay, these movies play good in the hood, so let's make a movie with those sensibilities. So we got a movie that has Ice-T excessively cussing and shit, got all hip hop soundtrack, and we got like
gun
violence, like all the shit that I guess you would consider a hood movie. So why do we like this movie? Ain't that kind of like stereotyping us a lot?
Wow.
But the fucked up thing about it is that, see, that's what I'm saying. I was thinking about this because I had thought about it to myself during the movie, because I'm like, damn, most people would see these as stereotypes, and this is fucked up that we getting portrayed this way.
Right.
But I fucking love this movie.
Right.
Like, damn it. It worked.
They got us, right? They got me.
Son of a bitch. You dirty bastards. But I liked it, though.
Yeah, right?
Because I was even thinking, like, with the Miss Fontaine shit, you know, in a lot of goofy black movies, you know, you always got the guys dressing up like women, too. So they threw that in there. Like, all the, like, you just took all these, like, urban, like, hood black movies and you just put them in a fucking blender. You threw some horror in there. Then, you know, to spice it up, you hit blend, and all that shit came out into this movie.
Yeah, that was... Wow.
Once again, Leprechaun has us thinking here, folks. I don't know why.
Damn. Out of all the fucking movies, this is the movie that we really think about. Oh.
I guess that shows how much we liked it.
Yeah. Shit.
But, are we crazy? Do you guys agree? Or does anybody else like this movie like we do? Has anybody else ever really thought a lot of deep about this movie like we have?
Or is it just a movie to
Are
you?
we the only podcasters in the whole world that has ever asked these questions about this dumbass movie?
Oh my gosh.
I want to know. So, let me know on the Twitter at HVH Podcast. I'm sorry, I really like legit wonder, like, are we the only people who have recommended this movie this high and have thought this much about it?
Right. Think too deep.
Instead of just saying this is just some dumbass movie. Let us know on Twitter at HVH Podcast, and that's capital H, capital V, capital H, capital P, lowercase I cast. And you can let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/HVH Podcast. Drop us a line on Podbean, leave a comment on there. You know, there's multiple ways to get hold of us. Type in Home Video Hustle. Let us know.
Yes.
You do it on YouTube too. Leave us comments on there. We like comments.
We love
especially good comments. And we also love iTunes reviews.
Yes.
If you can leave us some good iTunes reviews, that gets us out there. More people can find out more about the show, and they can listen to our deep conversations about Leprechaun in the Hood and shit.
Right.
Hear us talking about all kind of shit you probably would have never thought about with this movie.
Right. Like, what the fuck? These niggas talking about some...
He just can't help it.
Oh my gosh. I just said that. I apologize.
Home
to
Video
my
Hustle in the
fans.
Hood, man.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the movie. Damn it.
Oh man, but yeah, you just hit us up on there, man. Let us know what's going down in your mind. Let us know if you like the show. Let us know if this shit went on too long with us ranting and raving about our own deep messages about this movie.
Right. Right. Oh, and I have a request for the audience, because after you sent me that in the thing you just showed me.
Oh, the Twitter poll.
Yes, the Twitter poll.
I put up a Twitter poll because in the Band of the Hand episode, I asked people, was I crazy for not caring much for Disney movies?
Right.
Because I know everybody loves them, so I'm like, am I crazy? Like, I can't be the only motherfucker in the world that don't care for this shit. So I put up a Twitter poll.
Lee.
Give me 1 second.
It's just me and a slight rest of you who actually like Disney movies.
Well, the thing is, I didn't ask if they liked it, though. I just asked if it was crazy that I didn't. So that's the thing. People, they probably like them, but they just, I guess, saying, nah, you ain't crazy.
The word choice right there.
Because I asked, am I crazy for not being a fan of quote-unquote classic Disney animated movies? 33% said, hell yeah. 67% said not at all. So I'm not crazy, thankfully.
You're not, yeah. So that brings me to, what Disney movies would y'all recommend for this guy right here? Something that has violence.
Can I just watch Tron? I like Tron.
Tron.
That's a Disney. You don't know Tron?
Funny thing, I've never seen that. That's the one with the motorcycle guy.
I got it too, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Light cycles.
All right, well, that's one of them then. We can toss that into the Disney. Yeah,
okay.
we can throw that in. Other than that, it has to be classic Disney movies.
Nah, you know what? Nah, I won't throw Tron in there.
I want to see.
Oh, well, fine.
I've never seen it. That'll be like.
Oh, well, all right.
Your get over on me in the bag. Like,
like Star Wars.
Yeah, like, got it.
All right, so never mind. I'll let you go on then. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, but just the classic ones. Since, I feel like you would grab into the bag and they're disappointed. Like, he picked that Disney movie.
I got a feeling I might be disappointed with whatever I pick besides Tron now.
Oh my gosh. But yes, let me know, please. Give me some feedback so I know. I have them all too. I have two sons. And just a shitload of Disney movies. So whatever you name, I guarantee we'll have. And they're for my personal pleasures too.
Somebody please help me.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So yeah, eventually, not this coming week, but I guess maybe the week after, if PJ gets all this shit tallied together, I guess I'll pick a fucking Disney movie out the bag and try to not yell a lot.
Throw your brains out.
I know, right? I had to do the straight bullet.
If we were like popular enough to have you watch it in a room full of kids.
Oh my god!
And then have them review it too. You just sit there with a stale face the whole time.
Brent is a pooper head. He don't know what he talking about. I love the Jungle Book. That's my shit.
He bare necessities. Like, yeah.
Fuck what Brent talking about. The Lion King is my favorite movie. I watch that every day at the school. Brent don't know shit.
Fuck Brent. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I would fucking die if I heard some kids say that. I would even be mad.
You know what, kid? I'm gonna keep this movie for you.
You know what, kid? You right. I ain't shit. I agree with you. I have to agree with you on that. I ain't shit, man.
Yes.
All right, man. Well, that Leprechaun in the Hood, man, that review went way differently than I thought it would.
Yeah, right? That took a total turn.
Hey, anything can happen on Home Video Hustle, homie.
Hustle.
Hey. So be sure to come back next Friday, because that's when the episodes drop every Friday. Of course, if you're new and don't know that, we'll let you know now. New episodes every Friday.
Yes.
Podbean, iTunes, Google Play Store, Podcast Addict, almost everywhere you get your podcast. Even on YouTube. Now every episode is on there, but I'm trying to get them all on there still.
Just give us some time.
And now Podbean automatically will update them on there and put them on there now. So every new episode should be on there now. So hopefully, if they shit ain't fucking up. Hey, but so yeah, and then every Wednesday on the YouTube page, you type in Home Video Hustle on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. We love you for that. You watch the videos every Wednesday. We love you for that too. And if you, like I said, for new people, as I know we got some new people. Don't know, we go on the page every Wednesday, and I throw about 5 or 6 movies into a bag.
Yes.
PJ picks them out at random, and then that's them we'll watch on Friday. So this coming Wednesday, the video will be out. Podcast for that movie he picked will be out Friday. We made it a little bit more simpler. If you watch our last video, I updated everybody and got all that shit clear.
Yes.
So that's how it is now. Just straight up, video Wednesday, podcast Friday. Booyah!
Boom. Oh. Real quick, sorry, you might have to edit this part in.
Go ahead.
Are you aware that the first leprechauns, quote unquote, were black?
Really?
Yes.
Maybe that's why he was rapping at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but they definitely were.
Is that true?
That's true.
Oh,
true.
shit.
That's
I thought you was fucking with me.
factual right there.
Oh damn! Was you read the Leprechauns for Dummies book too?
That was right. I just know a little bit about history.
Hey,
nothing too much. But yeah,
I legit. If that's true, I did not know that shit.
Yeah,
that's
fun
crazy.
fact.
Maybe that's why you came to the hood. He's like, hey, I'm going back home.
My brother.
Soul brother, Leprechaun. Hey. All right, like I said, man, come on back next Friday, man, because I'll tell y'all this. We're going back to the hood, but not Leprechaun back to the hood. For this in this bag week pick coming up next Wednesday, I picked all black movies, and they span from the 70s to the 2000s. So whatever PJ picked.
Let's see what we got.
So we staying right here where we're comfortable at. We're going back to the hood, baby. So find out where exactly in the hood we going to on Wednesday.
Yes.
So until then, I'm Brent.
This is PJ.
Have a good Friday, rest of the Friday even.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Have a good life. Don't be out there smoking weed with crack in it, man.
Or with 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah, you gonna lose your powers, man. You don't want to do that. Hey. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Lep in the hood, come to do no good.
Hey.
Lep in the hood, come to do no good.
Hey.
Lep in the hood, come to do no good. Lep in the hood, come to do no good.
Damn it.
Get high, motherfucker. Woo!
Lep in the hood, baby.
Come to do no good.
Damn right.
Peace.
Peace. Hood. Wish I was a lep in the hood.